everyone, I'm Kate Andrews, and here's a look at what is going on this week in the news. We begin from around the world. In Zaria, Nigeria, July 7th, a woman with a baby strapped to her back detonated an IED inside a local government building. At least 24 were killed. Bishop George Dodo of Zaria is condemning the suspected Boko Haram insurgent. He said that civil servants were undergoing staff verification and the bomber capitalized on lax security. He blamed wrong religious indoctrination for the violence. The bishop said that young people must guard against being used to achieve diabolical intentions. He also advised the government to provide employment opportunities for young people so that they will not fall into the hands of predators. He added that no religion preaches destruction of lives. In news from Latin America, on Monday, the Pope traveled from Ecuador to Bolivia. He was welcomed by Bolivian President Evo Morales, a controversial figure and a harsh critic of his country's bishops. In his airport speech, Pope Francis defended the Catholic Church's right as an active member of society and the bishop's right to comment on public issues. He also emphasized the contributions of Catholicism and other religions in democracy. Ring Reports has the details.
Moments after arriving in Bolivia, Pope Francis met with the country's president, Evo Morales. Following tradition, gifts were exchanged, but the gifts the president gave to the Pope lifted some eyebrows. They were politically charged gifts, including a crucifix connected to a hammer and sickle, the international symbol of communism. The same design was also included in the necklace the president gave to the Pope. As Morales explained its significance, the Pope remained expressionless. Afterwards, the Pope made his way to the Cathedral of La Paz, where he addressed civil authorities. Among them was the president. The relationship between Bolivia and the local church has a tense history. The Pope highlighted that religion and its programs should not be limited to a subculture.
La fe no puede reducirse al ámbito puramente subjetivo, no es una subcultura. Será nuestro desafío alentar y favorecer que germinen la espiritualidad y el compromiso de la fe, el compromiso cristiano en obras sociales, en extender el bien común.
Bolivia, like other countries in Latin America, he said, is facing many challenges, from unemployment to domestic violence. A strong family unit, he said, is part of the solution, and not deceiving ideologies.
Y recibiendo pseudo soluciones desde perspectivas que no son saludables a la familia, sino que provienen claramente de colonizaciones ideológicas.
In a country where social inequalities continue to be a main challenge, the Pope reminded civil authorities to consider the greater good in their policies.
Y así confundimos, sin darnos cuenta, el bien común con el bienestar. Y ahí se va resbalando de a poquito, de a poquito. Y el ideal del bien común como que se va perdiendo y termina en el bienestar. Sobre todo cuando somos nosotros los que los disfrutamos.
Unlike ideologies, he said, the light of Jesus is not a blinding light. Instead, it's one that leads. The Pope then highlighted that the gospel does not belong to the church, but rather it's her responsibility to preach it and extend it beyond its borders.
While in Bolivia, Pope Francis celebrated a Mass to open the country's National Eucharistic Congress. It was held in Santa Cruz's Christ the Redeemer Square. In his homily, Pope Francis said that the Eucharist is a missionary sacrament. He explained that it calls people to obey Jesus' command to do this in memory of me. He said this demands exchange, encounter, genuine solidarity, and the logic of love. He called it a sacrament of communion, which draws us out of our individualism in order to live together as disciples. And finally in the news, West Virginia Catholic schools are offering a new program for special needs education. The Foundation for Inclusive Religious Education of West Virginia is making it possible for all students to have access to Catholic education. That foundation was founded in 2014 to help children with special needs to attend their parish schools with their peers. They will offer grants to qualifying schools within the diocese to assist with the cost of special education teachers and resources. Foundation officials said the program helps children to appreciate each person's unique gifts. They are currently accepting the first round of applications for the coming school year. Well, that is all the information we have for you at this time. I'm Kate Andrews. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.